My prac presentation for acmgas210a conductor tour and presentation. Introductions. My name is Daniel Light. Student identification number is 447-293-722. Location of the workplace. This is Sydney, 77 Street, Carlton. Name of supervisor. It's either Katrina or Susan. They've let me do this with Marcel on the camera and Scott here, who's an advanced walker. Alright, introducing the scenario. I'm just going to pretend to show a novice walker how to put on a spawn harness. One of these guys. Alright, there are three parts: preparation, conduction of the presentation, and then putting the dog back in its kennel. First we'll prepare. You would ask the supervisor to let her know that you're carrying out the presentation. Then you give her one of these information sheets about the presentation for her approval. And then you'd identify your target audience, which is Scott here. He's a novice walker, but he's actually an advanced walker. Alright, then you carry out the presentation. You ask for the audience participation. Scott, are you happy to participate?
Oh yeah, sure. Yeah.
Okay, you give them an information sheet. It's yours. And then you carry out the presentation. Okay, this is about putting on a spawn harness. Just some background information. The spawn harness was invented in 1992 by Joseph Spawn. It takes the pressure away from the neck here, the trachea, the spinal column, and of course the esophagus, especially for large dogs, aggressive dogs. It gives the handler more control. It takes the impulse away from the muscles around here, the front quarters, you know, deltoids, the sternocephalicus, the trapezoids, biceps, etc. And gives the handler a lot more control and is less dangerous for the dog. Okay, there are three main components to the spawn harness. You've got the restraint cord, this guy here. You've got the collar, which is your standard collar, which goes around the ventral part of the neck. And you've got the Sherpa sleeves, they stop chafing under the armpits here. Okay, now for the easy bit, putting on the spawn harness. Okay, first we put on the collar. Too hard. You want to make sure the restraint cord is around the ventral side here. It naturally falls down every time, so you've got to be careful of that. You put make sure the collar's, the clearing's up, make sure the collar's on. Slide each leg through the harness, like so. Hopefully not hurt your dog because it will panic and squeal. Then you make sure it's Sherpa sleeves. Then you now it's stuffed because the restraint cord is under the collar like that. So we do that. There we go. And then you'd tighten the restraint cord with the cord lock here, making sure it's tight so the dog can't get away. But also so there's two fingers room under the restraint cord, so it's not too tight on it. Make sure the Sherpa sleeves will stop the chafing. He's a good doggy. And then you attach the lead. That is basically the presentation. Basically here I'd say, any questions from the audience?
I just wondered, do you ever have any problems fitting spawn harnesses on dogs?
I'd say 8 times out of 10 at least.
Oh, right.
Things can go wrong, the cord can get tangled up there, you might put the D-link the other way around because the collar can get caught up, and this cord often, like I said, is on the ventral side, so not the dorsal side, topic, and so you have to take it off and it can get confusing.
Oh yes, yeah.
So you'll learn of the experience, which as you've got more experience than me, so I was training as a novice, so you'd know more about than me about what the problems are. So I should be asking you questions, but for the purpose of the presentation, that's what I'd say.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah.
Any other questions?
Yeah, that's fine.
Alright, okay, so that's it. I'll give you the feedback form. Hopefully it's good feedback. Then we'll take the doggy back to its hypothetical enclosure now.
Shall I record this?
Hey buddy. Go to your hypothetical enclosure now. 316. Okay, so at this point we'd probably maybe give the dog food and water, and we'd monitor its behaviour because it might be stressed out. Fruit is fine, and then we would remove the harness and take it back to its designated area. And Scott, could you start in the kennel here with Breeze?
Oh yeah, sure.
Thanks, mate. Yeah, it's just... Yep. Nice. Grab it so we'll put this. We'll take the harness back to the designated area. Which is there. Right. Thanks for your time. Right.